Good evening, everyone. I call to order the City Council regular session, June 21st, 2021, 6 o'clock p.m., City Municipal Building. Please rise to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Janet, take the roll call, please.
Alderpersons Rooms.
Here.
Hanson.
Here.
Heitman.
Here.
Plum. Here. Scott.
Here.
Wade. Here. Mayor Hilson.
Here.
Superintendent Kirsenlar.
Here.
And Chief Woolen has been excused.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Approval or correction of minutes for the regular session held on June 7th of 2021.
I'll make a motion we approve the minutes for the regular session held on June 7, 2021. I'll second.
Okay, Janet, take the vote, please.
Heitman.
Yes.
Plum.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Wade. Yes. Rooms.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Okay, petitions and communications, citizen comment. Discussion of any topic brought before the council during petitions and communications. Janet, we really don't have anything at this point, correct?
No.
Okay. Okay, report of standing committees. Public Works, Scott, there really isn't too much to report on that. And all you council people have the written report from the meeting. So we'll move on. Fire District, Chundenburg, Plum.
We had a meeting when we met last Thursday, we made a decision to purchase the ladder truck. We'll make some rescues possible, more rescues possible, where the other trucks that we have wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so, and it was purchased out of the 2% money. So.
Okay. That's all pretty good then. Thank you. Okay, report of city officers. Mayor. I have some here. Okay, mayor's report to the city council on 6/21. The calculated amounts are updated for the American Rescue Act plan, which is the ARPA, local recovery funding, and the city's amount is now $199,137.57. Again, the funding will be released in two allotments. Half the funding is estimated to receive by the end of the month, and the second half will be released 1 year after. Funds are to be obligated by December 31st of 2024. There are specific guidelines on the use of the funds, and we will all need to consider how to best utilize these funds within the guidelines. The clerk's office staff has recently completed all the requests of Ellers and Quarles and Brady to finalize the sale of the water and sewer system revenue refunding bonds, as well as requests from our auditors to complete the 2020 year-end audit. The draft audit was sent to council on June 7th for review. The only open item in the report was our insurance coverage amounts, and our audits have been provided with that information. With children on summer break and outside playing, please be vigilant when driving. Please adhere to the speed limits and pay attention to the stop signs. Please stop when it says stop. The Adams County Chamber of Commerce Sidewalk Day will be held on July 30th and July 31st. The fundraiser for Children's Lions Park playground equipment will be held on July 31st. I want to wish everyone a safe and happy 4th of July, and I will see you in the parade. Thank you. Okay, Public Works Department update. Jason?
Yeah, we're continuing to do our brush and yard waste pickup. Watering of the flowers are out now, and also I'd like to thank Ace of Adams, Twin Creeks Nursery, and Property Works for the donation of flowers for the farmers market area. They planted those and they were donated. We put some signs out for them. Also, I'd like to make a comment on the yard waste compost site that we have by the Public Works Garage. That there's been some illegal dumping that goes on in there. Dumping of people either not from the city, contractors, or dumping materials that shouldn't be dumped in there. There's a sign right at the entrance that states that they can be fined for doing this. We don't have the room or capacity to be able to take all these materials and stuff that shouldn't be in there, so hopefully people can follow the signs, otherwise we're going to end up having to shut the gates and schedule drop-offs. That site is regulated by the DNR, so. Also, we're doing sweeping this week, and then we should be putting paint down next week before the 4th of July on Main Street. The LRIP projects on North Walker were completed, so we've got 2 new blocks in the city that are paved and shouldered. We will be doing just a little bit of touch-up black dirt grass seed along the edges. We just didn't, because the weather was so hot, we didn't want to mar the asphalt. This week I'll be meeting with Joe Thiessen out at Burt Morris Park in regards to a basketball court that we will be installing out there. Also be meeting with the school in regards to a memorandum of understanding for the use of the fields for the girls softball teams. Next week I have a meeting with the DNR out at the old City of Adams landfill. I've also been contacted by the school. There was an email chain going around for some meetings that took place before I started in 2019 in regards to safe routes and discussing all the stuff they came up with within those meetings. So it seems to me that that conversation has started back up and possibly looking at doing some of those projects in the future. The wastewater treatment plant running status quo, just the challenges of the weather changing. We had that month ago where it got really cold for a few days, and then when it's really hot, it always makes it especially tough to keep things right where they need to be, but everything's running good there. Any questions? That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jason. Okay, Police Department update. Police Chief Woolen wasn't able to be here tonight, and he left a sheet that I'll read to you. All the council members have it, but I'll read it anyway. City of Adams Police Department, June 21st, 2021. City of Adams council members, regarding police department update. The police department members will be participating in mandatory vehicle operation training this evening, and I will not be able to attend the regular meeting. The following is a department update. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. The following is a summary for the month of May. Total incidents, 137. Traffic citations, 26. Traffic warnings, 30. DNR citations, 1. Multiple citations, 10. Vehicle crashes, 5. Citizens have been responsive to property maintenance orders and making corrections. Worked with an animal rescue group to remove numerous cats from a residence last week. We'll be conducting a search warrant this week, and Sergeant Stipla has coordinated additional service to evaluate and assist the residents. The Adams Fire District Fire Department is hosting a 9-11 Memorial Parade entry and bell ringing ceremony at the old Adams Elementary School site. South Linden Street will be temporarily closed between there and State Street to accommodate the additional foot traffic between the two locations. Officer Goodart continues to make positive progress in the field training process. Chief Samuel. Okay, new business. Petition for street use permit and waiver of fees. Frank's Tavern, July 31st, 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. It exceeds the 6-hour period. Fundraiser for children, Lions Park Playground. I understand that this fundraiser will be beneficial to Lions Park, and the city is very grateful. I do want to advise council that the request exceeds the 6-hour period allowed by ordinance. Looking at the past approved street use permits for Band-Aid, they started at 11 a.m., noon, and 1 year at 9 a.m. The latest council allowed the time to go was no later than 11:30 p.m. So you have any recommendations? Yes, Patrick.
Yes, I'm Patrick, general manager of Lawrence Tavern. I don't mind shutting it down or opening the street back up at 11:30, whatever works for the city, as long as I can accommodate the guests and audience. If you need me to shut down at 11:30, I can shut down at 11:30.
Is there going to be music playing outside at that time?
There will be. I can always move the music into the backyard, into the beer garden, where I have a stage, and just kind of consolidate the party. Otherwise, I'm more than able to go until 2 o'clock if it's approved.
And you've talked to the neighbors in that area, and they've
I've,
all given
I have.
approval, or is there anyone that's apprehensive?
There are no apprehensions among the neighbors. In fact, they all want to get involved. They all want to help out. I will have I suppose, merch tent for local business exposure, where local businesses, people who, whatever it may be, will have a table to, kind of do their business. Bring the community more together as far as revenue and business. I did have a list of petitioners who have no apprehension. So as far as the neighbors go, everybody's okay with it.
Have you gone into the restrooms? Because that's in my area.
I'm sorry.
It gets loud,
Understandable, yes,
There's an 11 o'clock ordinance, but, and
which I'm more than willing to abide by, of course. I did go door to door and get signatures. The sheet that I did turn into the clerk has the address, phone numbers of all the neighbors.
It
And
was included in the council packet.
I would be willing to go till midnight. I would be very apprehensive to go to 2 a.m. myself.
I agree to that.
Yeah, midnight sounds good.
And I kind of think midnight would be a good
cut
cutoff time.
Not a problem.
upon then,
We need a motion.
to midnight? Could I have a motion to that effect for the petition for street use permit and waiver of fees for Rank Tavern, July 31st at 10 a.m. till midnight?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, Janet, take the vote, please.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
No.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Brooms.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, item number 2. Waive park fee for Lions Park. Adams County Chamber of Commerce, July 30th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and July 31st, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for sidewalk days.
I'll make a motion to waive the park fee for the Lions Park, Adams County Chamber of Commerce, July 30th and July 31st for the sidewalk days.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Brooms,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, item number 3. Donation to Ashworth 4th of July fireworks on Friendship Lake. The Ashworth always have a beautiful display, and I believe that this is the first time that the city has been asked to donate. Nadine, would you like to address the council, please?
Well, you want me to stand just here?
That'd be fine.
Okay. For anybody that doesn't know me, my name is Nadine Ashworth. I live on Friendship Lake. And this actually started 20-some years ago. In my backyard, got the grandkids, get a couple $100 worth of fireworks, have fun. And each year it got bigger and bigger. And then all of a sudden people were 4 years into it, 4 or 5 years, the beach is full, the dam is full, and people are like, oh, this is, and my sister-in-law, Lucille Davis, was telling people that, oh, we do the fireworks for the county. I'm like, oh God. So anyway, it did, and I loved doing it, and I always said, every year, I wanted to beat the neighbors, Dick Murphy. He had good ones. I wanted to beat him. Well, I succeeded in that, but it cost a lot of money to do that. But, and then it just blossomed into, it was my thing to do every year. It's my Christmas. So then in 2000, so this is in late 90s, and in 2007, the sesquicentennial, and that's when the village asked us if we would do it, make sure, and they gave us a donation, and that's when it really took off. I mean, there's people that, and every year, and then we ended up getting, we know a family member that has connections to the fireworks. The guy works part-time, so we got him through him. He gave us a great deal every year, and we just kept going. Then that was in 2007. And then did a few more years on our own. And then then I think the Lake Association knew that it was getting bigger and bigger, and they didn't want us to stop doing it. So then they gave us donation. And it was Murphy's and us. Well, So then I continued, Murphy's backed off, and they didn't want to do it anymore, but it was just something that I knew it got out of hand, but I didn't want to stop it, so, but it got to be a big task. So then the Lake Association stepped in, and they've donated for a few years here. And Bob's helped every year, all the time. And it wouldn't, I would never have done it without the help of volunteers that they used to shoot them off, you know, I mean, whatever. And it got, and then we had to, you know, get permits. There were years that then all of a sudden the sheriff's department they were directing traffic on their own. You know, and because people were parking on the highway, in the park, and all over the place. And the beach was full, the parking lot was full, so that really helped a lot. But it got to be the point where they thought that this was the county fireworks. And so then Rich Sternhagen, 5 years ago, he saw them, 5-6 years ago, he saw them and he's like, I want to be part of this. So he's been a huge donator for the Lake Association, and in the 20-some years, the village has come through. This will be their 5th time of donating. But, you know, people don't understand. They think that every year it's the city and the village and businesses that do it. It wasn't always that way. But I would love to see it continue, but it can't continue unless we come together, you know, businesses, Adams, Friendship, a community thing, because I don't want to see it go away.
Nadine, how much do you have in donations or contributions at this point, and what are you recommending, or what is an amount that you maybe are hoping that the city would provide?
Well, okay, it costs, it's $5,000 just for the fireworks. And then I've always paid Lenny on my own. And last year I gave him $1,000. I can't do that every year. So, and what I'm doing is I will provide the place, but I don't want my name associated with it. I want it to be the Lake Friendship, Adams Friendship Fireworks. I don't want it to be Ashworth Fireworks, because I'm not doing it all on my own these past few years. It is the help of Rich and the Lake Association and, you know, private donations, and last year, you know, we did some fundraising, and we're doing a lot of fundraising this year, because it does take a lot. And the village has donated 1,000, the Lake Association, Rich. So it's $6,000 just to, and then it was, you know, like last year, it was $480 to advertise, you know, put it in the paper. I'm hoping to bypass that, maybe put posters up. We do radio, word of mouth, Facebook. You know, I'm trying to keep the costs down.
So what do you have in donations or committed donations today, and what would you like to see the city donate?
Whatever you feel that, I'm not asking for a certain amount.
Okay, I was just wondering where you're at, so that we can kind of think about what
Okay.
we can
right now, I think we've got like $4,000. I know Rich we've got a couple fundraiser things out there, and whatever we surpass, we'll go forward for next year.
Sounds good.
But, I would just like to see, everybody get involved, not just, 2, 3, 4 people. It does take, and I appreciate everybody that has donated and helped out, and because it does, it takes a lot to put that on, and I would hate to see it go away. People from all over have come to my house the next day and go, "Oh my God, where do you get this? What do you do? These are better than Madison." One lady said, "These are better than Milwaukee," and I know they're not, but it's great to hear.
In my personal opinion, I don't think you would have to advertise it in the paper, because it is like an institution. It's a yearly institution. It's famous.
I know, and I truly appreciate that, but and if you have any, please, is there any questions? We have to get a permit, to do it. I contact the, sheriff's department, so they know. The fire department, they're there all the time, so they know. This year they have donated, I think $250, and so everything, it's just. But any questions?
No, thank you though.
Can I get involved? Frank Stavern get involved?
You sure can.
I will absolutely get involved.
Oh.
I love the idea. I love the idea of it. So if we can talk afterwards.
And I've never seen it from across the lake, but because I'm a freak, I'm too nervous. I don't enjoy it like everybody else does. I see the videos, but it is very stressful, because you never know what's going to happen, and that's why I feel it's important to pay somebody good to make sure nothing goes wrong. It's an all-day process to set this stuff up. The first couple of years, we used to take our truck up and fill the back of the truck and the back seat and all this stuff and think, "Oh wow, this is great," 20 minutes. Now it's like, now you gotta have a enclosed trailer, and that's full, and it takes hours to unbox and set up, and it's not,
It's always on.
Dawn's been there many times.
I would miss it.
So, I don't know, is there any questions as to, I don't know if everybody has seen them or not. I know Jason's been there. Oh, you guys have been there.
Okay, do I have a motion for a recommendation for the amount of finance, Leanne?
Finance, suggested.
We suggested $500, and it was gonna be taken out of some line items in council. So I'll make that recommendation to donate to the 4th of July fireworks on Friendship Lake, $500.
I'll second.
Okay. I know there's no questions on it, so Janet, take the vote, please.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Brooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet. Motion passed.
I would like
Thank
to
you,
say
Nadine.
Thank you, Nadine.
thank you so much. This really means a lot, and I hope you enjoy. I hope everybody gets to see it, and
Well, thank you, Nadine, for coming and talking to us all.
Thank you for having it.
Yes, thank you for having us.
And it's always on 4th. It will be 4th. So spread the word. Just enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item
second it.
Thank you. Any questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Rooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Item number 5. EMC insurance renewal for 2021, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the EMC insurance renewal for 2021 and into 2022 with the understanding that we'll be needing to revisit this next year.
Second.
Okay, any other questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Wade,
Yes.
Rooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, item number 6 on the agenda. Amend memorandum of understanding amending the size of the basketball court at Burt Morris Park. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Jason, do you have anything?
Yeah, basically, just in discussions with Joe, with Fairway Mortgage, he decided that he was willing to spend the money to purchase and put in a larger, full-size basketball court rather than just have some micro basketball court. So he wants that for the community, so he's willing to spend the money on putting an actual high school-sized basketball court outdoors in the park. So,
Very nice.
And that's through the corporation, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. So it's a good thing. So do I have a motion on it?
I'll make a motion to amend the memorandum of understanding, amending the size of the basketball court at Burt Morris Park, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Any questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Rooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade.
Yes.
Thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, item number 7. Authorized issuance of fermented malt beverage license.
I'll make a motion to authorize issuance of fermented malt beverages license.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions? Janet, take the vote, please.
Hanson,
Yes.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Rooms.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, item number 8. Change or combine July 5th, 2021 regular session with the July 19th, 2021 regular session due to Independence Day holiday.
Make a motion to combine July 5th, 2021 regular session with the July 19th, 2021 regular session.
I'll second it.
Okay, any questions?
Yeah, we have that, we had gotten an email today about that offer to purchase. Do we need to act on that before the 19th? Because it has to be in closed session.
That would have to be a separate meeting prior to the 30th, but I had been in contact with the broker and they can amend.
Okay, so we'll be fine with our time frame. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Janet, take the vote, please.
Heitman,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Rooms,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, item number 9, the final item on the agenda, payment of bills.
I'll make a motion to pay bills.
I'd like to amend it to include payment of the DL Glazer construction for the culvert project in the amounts of $10,811.06 and $22,471.10.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Janet, take the vote, please.
Plum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Brooms,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Pipeman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Janet. Motion passed. Okay, motion to adjourn meeting.
Motion adjourned?
Second.
Okay, Janet, take the vote, please.
Scott,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Brooms,
Yes.